champion for the first time as the WBA Super Welterweight title is on the line as Barry, Darren, and Mike Costello join me here ringside. And Mike, a lot of people believe this could steal the show.
Yeah, we've already seen a few surprises here on the main show and earlier on here on DAZN, and this really could ignite tonight as we see the fireworks as Kurbanov makes his way to the ring. You mentioned there he was unbeaten, but Liam Smith is absolutely convinced that he beat this man in Russia when they met 3 years ago.
Well, Kurbanov did defeat championship caliber opponents back-to-back. Liam Smith, as you mentioned, one, Patrick Teixeira the other, both by unanimous decision. But tonight, a different beast altogether as he faces Israil Madrimov, who fights out of Uzbekistan. Both fighters without a loss, but someone's O has got to go, as they say, Darren.
Absolutely. I mean, look, clash of styles to some degree, but two very good fighters. They really are. This man, he's physically very, very strong. Doesn't have the same sort of skill, but he's a tricky customer. And like I said at the top there, I think we'll see a bit of everything in this contest.
And now let's welcome to the ring from Uzbekistan, the undefeated Israil the Dream Madrimov.
Apparently they love red hot chili peppers in Uzbekistan as well. Israil Madrimov, 9-0. He does have a draw, 6 knockouts, 29 years old. Became a national amateur champion by the early age of 13.
Unbelievable. He's so talented. The movement that he has with his feet are fantastic. The skip around you before you know it. He's hitting you with long left hands, good left hooks, right hooks, uppercuts. He pretty much has variety everywhere.
You said it was a clash of styles earlier, Darren. Which style prevails?
Look, I can't go against Madrimov, really. I just think his pedigree as an amateur, the way he moves his feet, when he gets in a rhythm, he's a very, very hard man to beat.
I can't help but think when we see two men like this walk into the ring, one from Uzbekistan, one from Russia, both former republics of the Soviet Union, which dissolved in the early 1990s. But imagine the Soviet national championships back in the day.
Wow.
If that happened now, you'd have Alexander Usyk, Gennady Golovkin, Lomachenko, Beterbiev, Bivol in the same national championships. And back then, that caliber of fighter wasn't allowed to turn pro.
Incredible. Absolutely remarkable, the talent that they've got coming out of those countries.
And how about this? The Dream, as he's known, was reportedly in talks to make his debut against Jaime Munguia, but that fight didn't take place. Boy, would that have been something. Here's Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it'll be for the vacant WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Brought to you by Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions. In conjunction with Riyadh Season, National Events Center, the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Gold Star Promotions, Gimmick and Sella, in association with RCC Promotions. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, Steward in Charge Robin Smith, along with the World Boxing Association. President Gilberto Mendoza Jr., Supervisor Carlos Chavez, Timekeeper Stuart Lithgow. Our 3 judges assigned will be Oliver Brian of Germany, Howard Foster of England, and Leszek Jankowiak of Holland. Our referee in charge will be Steve Gray of England. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing red with black and weighed in officially at 153.6 pounds. Coming to us from Yekaterinburg, Russia, he brings an undefeated record of 25 wins, 13 of his 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the number 2 ranked contender in the world by the WBA, Magomed Black Lion And his opponent across the ring in this world title contest, he's fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing white with gold and weighed in the same as his opponent, 153.6 pounds. Hailing from Khiva, Uzbekistan, he is undefeated with 9 wins, 1 draw, 6 of his 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the #1 ranked contender in the world by the WBA, Israil the Dream Madrimov.
Okay, boys, if I call break, you take 1 step back. Don't deliberately throw punches around the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, fellas.
So here we go. Israil Madrimov, who now lives in California. That's his trainer, Joel Diaz. Final words to him, Magomed Kurbanov. WBA super welterweight title on the line. Kurbanov in the red, Madrimov in the white.
Kurbanov looks big, looks really, really broad. He's been pushed onto the back foot straight away by Madrimov. And this is where he wants to be, Madrimov. If he's got space behind him to be able to move out of the way, it's going to be a difficult night for Kurbanov. I feel he needs to be the aggressor.
This is the moment they've waited their whole lives for, and it's important to set the tempo early.
Right hand there from Kurbanov. Short right hand.
Madrimov fighting the second undefeated opponent of his career, beat Amani Colombo back in 2021.
Good, make them deep. Good. Good job,
Thought we might see some fireworks in this bout. Let's see what happens.
I think it'll take a while to build because they're both really good thinkers and good movers. I think they want to make sure they've set themselves before they really commit. And they'll certainly have a good look at each other in this first round.
He needs to be a little bit careful of that lead hand position, Kurbanov. If he pours out a jab, Madrimov will look for the right hand over the top.
This is the first of 2 world title fights coming up next. Ray Vargas, Nick Ball for the World Featherweight Championship.
Shots.
Yeah, that's how you slow the feet down of Madrimov down the stretch to keep working that body.
Good pressure here. And Madrimov there, just it's clashing there.
Yeah, there's the contrasting styles that Darren was talking about earlier.
Yeah, you can see it. KGFL, like Barry said, don't think it'll be long though until we start to see either of them look for that right hand over the lead jab. I like the jab to the body as well from Madrimov. This sets everything up, and most importantly, it lets him know that he's in range to throw something else.
Like both of these fighters with extensive amateur experience.
And I think we're seeing that across this first round. As Barry said, it might take time to ignite, but I think if there's anything that stands out in this opening round so far, with half a minute to go, funnily enough, I was about to say it's the left hand of Madrimov, and he lands the big right hand, but the right hand was set up by good work earlier on with the left hand.
Yeah, you're right there, Michael. The jab's been fantastic from Madrimov.
And another right from the Dream.
The left hand of Kurbanov is just far too low. Someone of the hand speed and the know-how of Madrimov, you have to tighten up.
Good opening round for the Uzbekistani fighter, Israil Madrimov.
Okay, really good work. You know that if you stay low, he will not hit you. Okay, he's only throwing the left hook. Okay. Keep attacking the body. Understand? But be smart, because he's trying to counter you. Yeah. Okay? Smart. Water, coach, water. Don't stay flat-footed. Okay, I got you.
يخرج بولك زور يتخلي بشو لما وقنا ورك كورجين mana
Next, I want you here. Here. I need it. Work. You need here. Okay?
Just to revisit that previous fight.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Corners.
Jab.
Corners.
When he walked in and shook hands with Frank Warren, he asked him how Mark Chamberlain had done. Because he missed it
out,
being at a
round
football
two.
final. And Frank, I could see him from here, said to him, he was brilliant, you've got to watch him back.
Well, in the corner, Madrimov, Joel Diaz has already seen something, Darren. He said, listen, stay low, and he won't be able to hit you.
He changes his levels really well. Madrimov, Kurbanov. Like I say, he just needs to get that left hand a little higher. I feel he needs to be on the front foot. He'll have a better chance landing those kind of shots. He's looked for that right hand as well numerous times. That would be a bad ploy just to keep looking for that shot also.
But he doesn't box that way, does he?
No.
He likes that left hand, though. He likes to invite you, so he's a counter puncher by trade. So he wants you to throw. He wants to invite that tag and to throw.
Ooh, right down the pipe. Mike, you said it was going to be the left, but it's been all about the right hand so far from Madrimov.
And Kurbanov didn't blink.
Yeah.
Oh, got him again.
He did then.
Jab to the chest there, just jabbed a little bit low, then just jumped into that last left hook high.
Well, if he's not careful, he might blink and it'll be over.
Yeah, that was class. The jab, he looked to parry the jab, Kurbanov, with that right hand, and he was still in that position, and that allowed Madrimov to throw the left hook. So sharp in the hands.
Madrimov, plenty of power, began his career with 5 consecutive KO victories, has won since then, total of 6 out of 9 wins.
He's always making his opponents think all the time, Madrimov. All of this sort of jerky movement, feinting with the feet, so tiring, it really is.
Far off with that right hand there, Kurbanov. And he's just faster off the mark, isn't he? Madrimov.
Seems like Kurbanov's just still trying to get his motor going.
Yeah. But he's a reactive fighter by trades, and I think he's struggling with that because he's not being able to fire off the work off Madrimov, who again scores with a lovely right hand.
Yeah, it's just too quick. Too quick for him to counter him. Lovely left hook.
There's that left, Mike Costello.
Good variation as well, the left jab and that hook. And he works it well, he makes the openings.
He feinted with it, yeah, he threw it as a jab and then just turned it into a left hook right at the very end.
Madrimov looking all of the 5-to-1 favorite that he was listed as.
Feet, I'm just constantly watching the feet. So impressive the way he just skips left, right. And here, like I say, he's not going to win this fight, Kurbanov, I don't feel, on the back foot. I know he's a counter puncher, but still.
Работай, не охота за головой. За головой попадешь. Будь внимательный за второй атакой. Николай, смещайся. Один вверх, вторая атака. Будь внимательный. Один вверх, один заскочит. Будь потом внимательный. Начинает атаковать. Вот этот можешь поднять. Если ты не надо, то это все. Давай в середине. В середине лучше это получается. Влево. Дай волю. Воды! Воды!
Lovely work here from Madrimov. There, see there, just looks like he comes through that jab to the body, just dips those legs.
Corners,
jumps
10
up with that
seconds.
Lovely
Corners.
left hook. There was a couple of those in that round. The right hands as well, the jabs to the chest. He's just sharper off the mark than
Seconds out,
Kurbanov.
round 3.
Israil Madrimov says he's patterned his style after Gennady Golovkin, in fact, fought twice on his undercard.
You can see it though, because he does. Golovkin, though, he's not known for his footwork, but actually his footwork's really good because he does suffocate you with that front foot. It doesn't give you any breathing space. Always makes you panic, even when he's not throwing any shots.
Not a bad fighter to mirror yourself on.
And actually, facially, he's quite...
I was going to say the same thing. He's a mixture of Vitaly Klitschko and Triple G in the face.
Yeah, but he's boxing nicely. Like I say, he's a tough man when he gets in a rhythm to beat, and he's got into that rhythm very quickly in this contest.
You know,
understands.
I'm sorry to cut you off there. It looked like Kurbanov almost timed that counter right hand perfectly, and that's the shot he needs to land.
Yeah, he does.
He's got to work up his success, Kurbanov. Having the odd pot shot in now and again is not going to be enough, obviously. I agree with you, Dan. I know he's a counter puncher. I think he has to try and advance forward a little bit more.
I mean, he can still counter punch on the front foot. I've seen it plenty of times, but I just feel he's got too much space to move away from any attacks, Madrimov. Short left hook inside.
Yeah, 2 of them. Boy, Madrimov looks really good.
So relaxed as well, isn't he? So tense Kurbanov is compared to Madrimov here.
Ooh. That's fantastic variation. Changing the levels with the shots, straight right. That's exactly what he's doing. He's 2 moves ahead, 3 moves ahead of Kurbanov right now.
But to be honest, Kurbanov's waiting for things to happen to him. He's just waiting. He's not, you know, he's pot shotting now and again.
Ooh, overhand right from Madrimov, and Kurbanov just takes it.
Yeah, that's the shot after the right hand, the left hook. Like to see him throw the 1-2 left hook. He leans back on attack, Kurbanov, under attack rather. We see the left hook before. The right hand position isn't great of Kurbanov. He's open to that left hook, especially when he leans back after the right hand.
This tapping and pouring with good shot as well. This tapping and pouring with the left hand on Kurbanov is just a wasted weapon.
Now he's got the shoulder roll going. We know he's going to be tough. He moved with his mother to Western Siberia when he was 12 years old. But tough isn't enough to beat Madrimov.
Even missing there, Kurbanov. Trying to let his hands go, but his feet not close enough to hit the target here.
I don't mind that. At least he's trying something. He's trying to find openings.
Okay, good. Okay. How's his power? Okay? No power? Okay, I need you to work a little more now, okay? You already got his distance, okay? Come on. Good.
جورجيت بلان ساوندي قولين چه سوت خلشن گره چوندیمه چونده دستاسن توفولا سان دستاسن چوندیمه
A little more work now, okay? He's getting tired now. Every time you hit him to the body, he don't like it when you go to the body. So keep working the body and then surprise him to the top, okay? Yeah. Hey, but give me a little bit more Ugo. Combinations, Ugo. Let's go, baby. Go.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Well, Joel Diaz telling Madrimov he wants more from him, more activity, but
Seconds out,
he's throwing
round
seemingly
4.
twice the amount of punches as Kurbanov is already.
And nothing's coming back as well, so I think he's not getting hit at the minute. I think this is fine. I think he's slowly wearing him down here.
See, he's right by us here, Kurbanov. You can see how tense the shoulders are and the arms are of Kurbanov. He needs to relax a little bit more.
Let's go, Israil.
Jab. 12 from Kurbanov, there's that left hook again.
And with a good right hand there, Kurbanov as well as Madrimov came forward. But again, it's single shots every time. He's a little bit too economical with his work.
The last 4 fights for Kurbanov have completed the scheduled distance. Right now, that appears to be the case unless he gets stopped, because Madrimov has been dominant since the opening bell.
I'm not suggesting you take your eyes off the boxing, but the noise you heard in the background just a few moments ago was for the arrival of Jose Mourinho. He's now at ringside, close to Turkey halal shape.
What's Jose Mourinho ever done?
Premier League for the Mighty Blues.
No, that's your team, huh?
Yeah, look, he's having a little bit more success here, Kurbanov. And I think he's winning the round. Madrimov's still looking good. He's starting to let his hands go a little bit more.
And more on the jab, and I think that's important for him, because that's just stopping Madrimov from just coming forward.
Leaping left hook, that would have been something, a la Joe Frazier.
Tiny bit swelling just around the right eye of Kurbanov.
Good left for Kurbanov there. Maybe his best punch of the fight.
It was a really good shot, wasn't it?
Madrimov lands a lovely right hand straight after. Doing the right thing again, jabbing to the body, keeping Kurbanov thinking all the time. But look, he's starting to hold his feet a bit more, Kurbanov. That's what's allowed him to land a couple of shots in this round.
Good right hand from Kurbanov. But Joel Diaz continues to bark, keep working, keep moving.
I think he's confused his fight a little bit here, because he's holding his feet a little bit more and he's getting caught after he throws the punches. In the previous rounds, he was getting in, doing his work, getting out again.
Sometimes maybe you can work too much. They don't see it that way. Best round so far for Kurbanov. Not sure he won it, but certainly a ray of sunshine. Right hand lands for Madrimov. Well, it is happening, ladies and gentlemen. April the 27th, live on DAZN. Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall 2. Can Catterall avenge his controversial defeat from 2021, or will Taylor claim victory? Mike, are you surprised at how big this has become?
Well, it's had 2 years to build, and here's the man, Jose Mourinho. And that's just about the loudest cheer of the night, which won't please too many of the fighters here in their earnest efforts. But I saw him a couple of moments ago, actually, filming and just doing a sort of panoramic view of the arena. Now, when you think of what he's doing,
Corners, 10 seconds.
at his level of fitness,
Corners.
but still he feels that a night like this is something that needs to be
Beat this guy,
recorded.
knock his ass out.
I used to work at WWE, to
Round
those who don't know.
5.
I met him backstage with his son, and he had stars in his eyes. He was happy to meet me. he loves fight sports.
Some people are just weird.
Just very briefly, going back to Taylor and Catterall, I think the two press conferences absolutely did the trick in terms of selling it out in no time at all.
Who do you give the edge to in the rematch?
Give me some forward. Don't stay in front of him.
I'm giving the edge. I think Taylor's got the edge.
Ooh, right exchange. Yeah, is Madrimov doing too much, Barry? Should he be a little more patient?
Well, I think you can do more work, but he's just holding his feet after he left the punches go. Shot.
Got Kurbanov off balance.
Yeah, in the last round, he just held his feet up so much and he was getting caught back.
Yeah.
Shot by Kurbanov.
He's getting his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah, look, it was a closer round. I still give it to Madrimov, that last one, but he switched back on here. I do think Kurbanov's starting to grow into this contest, starting to hold his feet a bit more, but when they do exchange, 9 times out of 10 it's Madrimov who's landing the cleaner shots. He's landed a couple of good right hands already, and he moves. Oh, and again, beautiful shot. See the movement after
Oh, he caught him with another left hook, and we may have a third fighter here, Madrimov, on the front foot.
His legs definitely stiffened when he took that shot.
Just when he was getting that confidence too, Barry.
Just with a little bit of a panic in him all of a sudden when he took that left hook.
fantastic. The way he stepped to the right as well after the shot.
After the shot, you know, I say that all the time, like, what you do after the punch is almost as important as the punch itself. It keeps you safe and you have a different view of the target. And he did that and he went again, didn't he?
I have to say, this is one of the best I've seen Madrimov. Bearing in mind who he's got in front of him, he's boxing very, very well.
Left to the body, and now back upstairs. And these are not good signs if you're a Kurbanov fan.
He is tough though, Kurbanov. You have to let him down.
Surprised one of those punches has not cut him yet, Darren. He's coming down on that right angle, right across his forehead.
Fantastic shot.
And look at this, Madrimov! They're going to stop it! The performance of a lifetime
good. It really was. I mean, I did think we'd see everything, and we did almost. Not a great deal from Kurbanov, but I have to be deadly honest with you. I was not expecting that. I thought this could be a long affair. I was almost nailed on this would go the distance.
And no argument from Kurbanov when the referee waved his arms. And that is the signal. That man was hurt. And that was a brilliant finish. When we watch that back, that is punch of perfection.
That was a fantastic display of controlled aggression there from Madrimov. Working behind the jab in the first few rounds, keeping it nice and simple, in and out with the feet all the time, and then slowly and surely he's had to put more weight on the shots. And then, but once he had him hurt in this corner here, he really let his hands go and never let him off the hook. So he moved. So Kurbanov moved from the corner where we are to the centre of the ropes here, and he wouldn't let him off the hook for 1 second.
Could be the real breakout performance, if you like. I mean, again, bearing in mind who he had in front of him, he just looked so spiteful. It was his fight. He grabbed him by the scruff of the neck from round one.
Look at that, Darren. He just dips his legs a little bit, throws that big right hand over the top. He was throwing straight right hands, but he really curled it over. Look at that.
Wow. Well, again, you mentioned Golovkin. Similar shot that Golovkin would throw.
Isn't that the punch that he got Steve Rolls out with?
That's a great shot, really is. And he didn't complain because he didn't quite know where he was after this. I thought they were going to conquer. I think the ropes held him up, and that's technically a knockdown. But I think that's the right call for the referee.
And shame on us, me in particular, for doubting the instructions of Joel Diaz to say keep going, keep throwing more punches, be more active.
No, but it was the point that I think for that period, the previous round, he was holding his feet after he was letting the punches go. I think he just got a little bit confused with being a bit more assertive or doing more work, and he stayed in the pocket too long. But in that round, then he started to use his feet again, but still did more work.
Didn't quite stick the landing. The Russian judge gave him a 10, but the rest of us maybe an 8.5. But the performance was pitch perfect for Israil Madrimov, and Mike, the future is his oyster now.
And we were mentioning as they were walking to the ring what these Soviet championships would have looked like. Well, we can add the name of Madrimov to those now. And Barry and Darren have been talking about when boxers get an opportunity on a stage like this, they have to bring their best form. And that's what Madrimov did tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after the drama of a cut in sparring forcing Tyson Fury to delay the much-anticipated undisputed heavyweight clash with Alexander Usyk, a new date has been set. Don't miss the biggest fight of the year right here from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Saturday, May 18th. Here's Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes, 20 seconds of round number 5. Our referee in charge, Steve Gray, steps in, stops the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, and now the WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Israil the Dream Madrimov.
See behind him, AJ Akhmadaliev, who's his roommate, I believe, in Southern California, and he wants to fight the monster in a way, and if he could do what his roommate did, who's to say he can't pull off a huge win? Wags, come on!
That's a different proposition altogether.
Come on! I'm building the drama.
But back to Madrimov, I mean, yeah, punch perfect, masterclass, it really, really was. So impressed, so impressed.
He really shone tonight, he really did. That's a stand-up performance for him. In a division now, the top dog is really up for grabs at the minute.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly a big drama show, but I'm sure Triple G would love the performance that he witnessed from Israil Madrimov, a guy who was known as kind of a killer early in his career. Madrimov started out with 5 straight knockout wins. He's back on the KO track in a big way on a big stage, and he's with Ade Oladipo.
Israil, congratulations. You've had an absolutely fantastic amateur career. You're now a world champion in the professional ranks. Sum up the feelings for us right now.
Израил, поздравляем. Потрясающее выступление, отличная любительская карьера. Теперь чемпион мира. Несколько чувств своих, которые сейчас испытываешь.
Ассаламу алейкум рахматуллах баракат. Саудия. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. You know, I'm great feeling, you know. This moment, I'm waiting long time when 2018 start debut, pro debut. I want this title, but Alhamdulillah, now I'm here, Saudi, and then this belt mine is great. This belt coming to Uzbekistan.
Our commentary team said that you were punch perfect. That was the best performance they've ever seen from you. What more is to come from Madrimov?
Наши комментаторы сказали, что твои удары, они идеальные. И что можно еще ожидать от Мадримова в будущем?
More. I do, inshallah, because my first title, and then I need 4 belts, because I can more tactic, you know, because this fight I'm
Готовился долго?
Готовился long time training camp and more setting, you know. I was fighting year, is November or December, but this fight March. Alhamdulillah, but I do more Lara.
Before I bring in your promoter Eddie Hearn, I want to ask you what next. Obviously, Jamel Charlo is the champion in recess. There are so many other great fighters out there. We are going to see Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman. So many other fantastic 154-pounders. Who do you want next?
Кого ты видишь следующим соперником? Есть Джермал Чарло, который чемпион в отпуске, Тим Тszyu против Кита Турмана. Возможно, какие-то имена еще у тебя на уме?
Doesn't matter. Who wants champions? I do. I make fight everything, inshallah.
Eddie, I can see you smiling. I know these are the type of fighters you like that will simply fight anyone. Again, I go to that June 1st tournament. Potentially, this is a man surely that can be on that June 1st tournament.
No, this is a massive win. I mean, it's a massive win for Israel, for Matchroom, for DAZN. Shout out as well to World of Boxing Max, Vadim, Andrei Rybinski. It's been a long time and difficulty getting him the fights. This guy is an animal. Uzbek power. People talk about he's a young Gennady Golovkin. He is the new Gennady Golovkin. He walked through Kurbanov 25-0 with ease. And nothing less than undisputed at 154 pounds is the plan. Terence Crawford, Tim Tszyu, some unbelievable fights. And this guy is going to go back to Uzbekistan as a hero. And they should welcome him with a massive fight in the summer. Want to keep him nice and busy, defend this title. But as I said, remember the name. Everyone in here tonight, everyone watching on DAZN around the world, Uzbek Power, the new 154-pound world champion, Israil the Dream Madrimov. He's coming for all the belts in the division.
Israel, final word from yourself. The fans love you here. Are we going to see you again fight in Saudi Arabia?
Видно, что фанаты тебя любят, ты понял.
I like to, you know, this from Muslim, from my brother, from, because when he's fight, I'm ready all the time. Thank you, Saudi Arabia. I want next fight here too. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. O'zbekiston xalqi hammani g'alaba bilan tabriklayman. Ota-onamga rahmat kattakon. Bizni shunaqa duolar bilan har doim qo'llab-quvvatlayotgan xalqimizga rahmat, prezidentimizga rahmat. Bizni har doim qo'llab-quvvatlayotgan Otabek aka Umarov, sizga alohida minnatdorchilik bilaman. Azam aka, Azdushiy rahmat akajon. G'alaba muborak bo'lsin hammaga. Qarindoshlar, Otabek aka, Azdushiy rahmat sizga kattakon. O'zbekiston tabriklayman g'alaba bilan.
Congratulations, the new 154-pound WBA champion. Very quickly, just to translate a bit of what he said for us.
Можешь, пожалуйста, перевести, что ты сейчас сказал на узбекском?
Thank you, my from Uzbekistan, my family, my friends, you know, this here, my coaches, beautiful, strong coaches, Joel Diaz, thank you. Thank you, my promoter, Andrei Rybinski, World of Boxing, Matchroom Eddie Hearn, my manager, Vadim Karnirov, my team, World of Boxing, Joel Diaz, trainer, Benjamin Hernandez, Tolkan Klichev, hammaga kattakon, Oleg Frolov. Спасибо тебе тоже. От души.
Congratulations. Back to you guys.
Well, a great performance by him. He's got a great team around him. Might need a new translator. I've never seen a translator ask the fighter to translate his own answer, but that's what's happened. And a man who had 350 amateur fights, it only took him 11, Mike, as a pro to become a world champion.
And I noticed on his record that he was already in a 12-rounder in his 6th professional fight. And that's, for managers, promoters, the boxers themselves, that's always the line of judgment that they have to tread. How quickly do you move somebody on with that massive amateur background? And quite evidently, he was ready to be kicked on very quickly.
Yeah, and it's all about, for him, his footwork is sublime. We praise him for how quick his feet are, but he also has that Golovkin-esque pressure with the front foot, putting in your stance all the time, but being able to slide out the distance, he gets on top of you, and you can't understand how he's got there so quickly. And working that jab, that was what was working so well for him. Constantly putting that jab at Kurbanov, who looked, he is a reactive fighter, but he was just waiting for things to happen to him. And maybe that was because of there's the in and out movement of Madrimov here, but then once he started letting that right hand go with regularity and landing with it clean, Kurbanov started to struggle. And then when he got caught in the corner just before the finish, he got hurt, didn't know where he could, had to escape. When he escaped, Madrimov got close to him, dipped his legs with that big right hand over the top, and I think he was half out on his feet, I think the ropes kept him up and the referee did the right thing by calling it off.
So Madrimov landed 50% of his power punches